For spiritual living, where we come together to experience and express the grandest divine idea of ourselves, each other, and of spirit. And we do that first of all with fabulous music. Yes. Julia's back, Laura's here, Mary wanted a morning off, and Catherine Mostow is back. It's a good day already, isn't it? Yes.
So,
Yes.
Catherine, I'm certain, has brought a selection of CDs for your, did you? For your enjoyment. And so if you love what you hear this morning, and believe me, you're going to love what you hear this morning, you can take a reminder of that home with you. And so see Catherine in the back of the sanctuary after the service.
Yes, thank you. We are also surrounded in love and prayer by our practitioner, our spiritual license counselor group, and Cheryl is up here with me this morning. And yes, you can yay her. Jana's here. She's going to be playing with the kids this morning, but they are available for prayer after service. Brooke is also here hiding in the back today because she gets to sit in here this morning. But she's available for prayer after service as well, starting in the library and then scattered all around because we're a prayerful place. And I have some it's November, which is the Thanksgiving month. It's really fun to watch everybody on Facebook doing like daily gratitude things this month. But I had a special couple of things today. Amy, are you here? Amy is here. Thank you. She's been changing light bulbs and painting doors and got the scratch out of the door and taking really good care of our amazing home. So thank you very much for that. And Cheryl, who also started repainting the door and frankly has just brought this wonderful air of wonderfulness to being our administrator these days. So yeah, thank you. And then Chris, who's actually filling in for the bowlers today. But also, did you come down the front? Have you been down 8th Ave? You noticed that the banner changed again? You haven't seen this one yet? Chris comes in secret when I'm not around and changes the banner. So thank you for doing that. We love them. We totally love them. So, with all those thank yous, guess what else we're thankful for? Our kids!
Yes.
Come on! Bring them on!
Everything good is so I am part of God. I know there's lots of good for me and everybody else. I'm thankful and grateful for everything we have. So I let go of this prayer that's so great.
We put our candle on the candle and say, my light joins with God's light, and together it makes a bright light. Next is our call and response. We teach that God is good.
We know that you are good.
We teach that God is love.
We love each of you.
We teach spiritual truth and laws that support great lives. That spirit is peace and harmony and abundance.
We know that your life is filled with peace and harmony and abundance. Nothing is too wonderful to happen. Nothing is too good to be true. Everything is possible to God through me and you.
So while the kids run off this morning, let's just take a deep breath together. We haven't had one all week. Or if you've been feeling like there's a disturbance in the force, just take 3 and settle into that beloved space within you that knows where God is, that knows in your breath that you are surrounded and loved and cared for in every single moment of each day. Breathe into that space that knows your own peace. And then we'll just take a couple of moments. We're going to sing. We're going to take a couple of moments in that quiet. Cheryl's going to pray us in.
And so I know there is simply one power, one magnificent source of all life. From the beautiful dusting of snow on the mountains to the billions of leaves that are scurrying down the streets and across the yards. Whether we call it God or Buddha, Allah, there's simply one power. And we are magnificent expressions of that one power. We are the way that life shows up in each individual expression, and as this community that we call Creative Center for Spiritual Living. And as we join together in community, we hold that beautiful vision of a life that works for everyone. We affirm that there is so much good, that every family, every child in this greater community of Greeley is fed, is nourished, is loved, is treasured. We come together this morning to experience more of how we can get life so rich and so full, so satisfying, so juicy. And the spiritual principles that teach us how to do this are just overflowing in this experience. I know that this service is blessed, that Barb's words lead to those understandings, that we expand and are joyously uplifted by the music, that all the hands and hearts that come together to teach our children to meet and greet each person. Everything that supports this is so absolutely blessed. And that in this beautiful sacred container that we create today, that love and gratitude and those spiritual principles ripple outward into the world, creating good wherever it goes. So please join me as together we claim this and sing, and so it is. My reading today is from a Science of Mind magazine that is from 2010. But this is why these magazines are so great, because you can keep them around and you can find inspiring things to read in them, even if they're long past the publishing date. This is about gratitude, A Matter of Perspective by Joanne Blum. One person's perspective can be widely divergent from another's, even when gazing at the same thing. In a single day, one's perspective can shift dramatically from grateful and satisfied to resentful and unhappy. So which perspective is correct? Neither? Both? You get to decide. Deciding is the heart of the matter, because how we decide to see things makes a huge difference in the quality of our lives. In Man's Search for Meaning, Viktor Frankl called this the ultimate human freedom, to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances. Day in and day out, we have this freedom to decide. How are we going to live our lives? I've talked to my husband, Joe, who's an artist, about perspective and discovered some interesting parallels. Perspective is a fundamental in art, part of every artist's training in how to position objects in space. At the most basic level, lessons in perspective involve setting a focal point somewhere in space and establishing lines that widen out and back from it. The result is a handy reference for anything you might draw or paint along those lines. So dogs don't wind up bigger than houses, or people as tall as a moon, as they sometimes appear in my early pictures. Perspective, in other words, is a basic of creation. Choosing our perspective, deciding how we will see things, is fundamental to creating anything new in art or in life. It is also the key to living with a grateful heart. That is, with a sense of being blessed, prospered, and beloved.
really wonderful.